What's up, folks? How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest KE, where we eat, sleep football, and then repeat. My name is Nash. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Well, this week I've not been having much happening, man. Only in the Africa Cup of Nations, and it's been entertaining and dramatic as fuck. We've also been having a lot of news, reports, rumors going on in the transfer window. I mean, we're in the last 7 days. And yes, today's Friday. We have like how many more days to go? Inclusive today, we have like 4 days to go to the closure of the transfer window, of which I don't think there's any Arsenal fan who is liking it. Yeah, and then of course we have the bad news or the sad news of the loss or the death of Isaac Juma, man. Now, if you don't know Isaac Juma, I don't know how to explain him to you. He's always this enthusiastic guy, an AFC Leopards diehard, always painting himself with the colors of AFC, if not the full colors of the Kenyan flag when you have like maybe the Harambee Stars playing. So yeah, he's been iconic and conspicuous in games and in ceremonies, national ceremonies and stuff. So he was hacked to death at Kakamega, or in Kakamega, because of a land dispute. And the funny thing about this one, or not even funny, the most disturbing thing about this one is he had warned, or he had said that his life is in danger, that people are trying to get at him because of land. And now, waking up to Thursday night, he was hacked down. That is on Wednesday night around 9 p.m. He was hacked down in his house in Kakamega, and man, he died. And that's honestly a big loss. And I hope whoever is in charge shall never see the light of day. I honestly hope so, because I mean, he was boisterous guy who loves football. I mean, for him, football was everything, and for me, football is everything. And here, football is everything. I mean, we eat, sleep, football, repeat. So losing such a person is honestly sad in the footballing world or in the footballing fraternity. So, man, I wish his family all the best. They are devastated right now, man. If you could see how they were reacting or how they were talking of the incidents when they were talking to the media, man, it was just, damn, it was bad and sad. I hope those guys, man, they get the full force of the law. The guys who are in charge, all right? So, again, land in Kenya, man. Land in Kenya is always a big-ass issue. And it just taken a non-football fan down. It's just sad. Absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate it. Yes, I do. Okay. We had the Africa Cup of Nations going on this week. You've had the round of 16 happening. I mean, and a lot of drama and more so a lot of red cards. I don't know what's up with VAR officials. I mean, VAR is just screwed up in Africa as well as it is in Europe, right? I mean, VAR officials every time in the Africa Cup of Nations, every time to go to check the screen, that guy is coming back with a red. He did that in the Nigeria game. He did that in the Comoros game. He did that in the Cape Verde game against Senegal. I mean, like every other goddamn game. Even Mali versus Equatorial Guinea, that was a red card. I mean, if you want to bet, now I know, I was talking about if you want to bet, the Africa Cup of Nations is going to be making chums, because I mean, if Mali meets a team like Equatorial Guinea, straight up win for Mali, right? Wrong. Now, one thing you can bet though is the possibility of there being a red card. That is always like a sure bet now. Every time this referee goes to the screen to check out the VR issue and this crucial decision that they want to make comes out the red. And of course, there are some dubious reds that have been issued, man. The one issued to Iwobi. Now, when you look at it the first time, you're thinking, okay, just a yellow. And most of these instances have been like that. The referee, first of all, dishes out a yellow. Then he goes to the screen and they're like, no, I want to retract that. Retract it, gives out a red. And some of these decisions for me, I didn't feel like they were. Okay, for Iwobi, yes, there was no intent. Now we're moving from, is it intentional to, is it just dangerous play? And regardless of how less intentional it was, they're giving out a red. For Iwobi, when you look at it slowly through the VR screen, in slow-mo, it kind of seems like a red card, but there was no intention whatsoever. He was winning the ball clean. The one which I feel was not a red, though, is the one against Cape Verde, against Senegal. Now, especially the goalkeeper one. So, what was the goalkeeper supposed to do? He's outside the box. He cannot handle the ball with his hands. Definitely cannot go with his foot, because, I mean, that would be a heck of a high boot, right? It's like the one Mane did on Ederson some time back. The ball was up in the air. Ederson wanted to clear it with the head because it was outside his box. And Mane was going for it with his boot. And then it just seemed like a very high boot and a very dangerous play. A red card, straight. So the Cape Verde goalkeeper went for it using his head. He was heading the ball out. But Mane was also going to head the ball in. So the two heads collided. And the referee thought, oh my God, that is so wrong. The goalkeeper should just let Sadio Mane play. The ball is outside your box. Just let it be. Let the opponent play the ball, and then you go and try to stop the ball if you can. I'm like, come on, man. What is the goalkeeper supposed to do there? That was not a red. I don't know how they call that red. Cape Verde also, I think, had another red card. I think they played that game with 9 men. Or is it Comoros? There's the team that played the game with 9 men. Some dubious red cards have been called in this round of 16. They've been just terrible. One thing also that I've seen, and by the way, before I go even to that, big up to Comoros, by the way. They were playing against Cameroon, and they do not have their number 1 goalkeeper, by the way. Their number 1 goalkeeper was, I think, testing positive for COVID. So they played the outfield player as the goalkeeper. And he made some few good saves, by the way. So big up to Comoros. I mean, you could clearly see why they beat us. That's why Kenya could not qualify in the same group as Comoros. So, I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I mean, it's terrible, but Comoros did a very good job. Went down. I think they also played with 9 men. No, I think they played with 10 men. Yes, they got a red card. Another red card of which I feel there was another red card. I think that one for Comoros was not a straightforward red card. Zingine zinaitangwa tu just because umeka start, umegonga player, of which by the way, you first get the ball, then you pass through the player, and then the ref is like, dangerous play. Red card. I'm like, easy red card zingine bana aish. Kama nataka tu kupeana red card like philanthropy. I mean, come on, man. So, Comoros put in a very good fight. They lost, however. I mean, trust you me, if they had a proper goalkeeper and they did not go down to 10 men, most likely they would have won that game. But then again, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas, right? So yeah, Comoros went out. Cameroon went through. Gambia were playing against, who was this? Gambia knocked out a giant. Who was this? Who was knocked out by Gambia? Gambia, the Scorpions. They are called the Scorpions, by the way. And but for that reason, I'm thinking maybe I support this team. Because I'm a Scorpio. My zodiac sign is a Scorpio. And they are called the Scorpions. And, you know, maybe I should just support them. I can't recall who they were playing against, to be honest. I've forgotten. So Gambia went through. Equatorial Guinea went through. They knocked out Mali. Another shocker. These two teams, man, they are going places. I mean, last Afcon, we had like only one team like surprising everybody. That was Madagascar. This time around, we have 2. Gambia and Equatorial Guinea. Now, the unfortunate thing about Gambia is that they're going up against Cameroon in the quarters. Yeah, Cameroon at home. And Cameroon also, there's a stat I saw doing rounds on Twitter. Now, this is not verified, but I was seeing like every fixture that Cameroon played, there was always like 5 cases of positive COVID cases for the opponents. So they were always kind of meeting a weekend side. They did the same with Comoros. Comoros did not have their first goalkeeper playing, and even their second. They were out with COVID. And Cameroon had 0 cases. In all those cases, Cameroon had 0 cases. I think there were cases against Burkina Faso when they were playing. There were cases against Ethiopia. There were cases against Cape Verde was in the same group with Cameroon. Positive COVID cases everywhere. But Cameroon had 0 positive cases. So I'm like, that does not seem straight. Doesn't seem straight. Now, it may not be verified, but damn, there's something missing there. So I hope they're not going to do the same with Gambia, though. But, you know, time will tell. So Gambia are playing Cameroon tomorrow. And then we have the other game is between Burkina Faso and Tunisia being played tomorrow at 10 p.m. 7 p.m. Gambia, Cameroon. 10 p.m. Burkina Faso, Tunisia. Tunisia knocked out Nigeria 1-0. Nigeria, who are being thought of as being one of the brightest prospects or one of the favorites to go away with this one out of the game. And by the way, if you're watching at the back, there was that issue that we were talking about, the Nigerian superstition of Burna Boy winning a Grammy, this their football player who plays for Barcelona winning a Champions League, women, and some Nigerian winning the NBA or something. As in, so there was that superstition going on with Nigeria. You know, they have so many things going on right now. They're kind of a high. Maybe they might actually top it up with winning the Afcon. Not gonna happen. That went down straight up very fast. So that's not going to happen. By the way, you can go and check out that's the video of a podcast that we are doing. Go check it out on our YouTube channel, Football Digest KE. That's our channel. And like and subscribe. Of course, like and subscribe this video too. The other Afcon games quarters will be happening on Sunday. We have 2 games. We have Egypt versus Morocco. Egypt knocked out my favorites. The team I was supporting Ivory Coast. They got knocked out in penalties. Yes, Eric Bailly. Why do those guys who do these short run-ups going to take a pen, and they're always defenders? Wanafikirianga nini? These things never work. Eric Baisdu amekaa na Bruno sana, nafikiria now he's the king of penalties, and he can even do that short run up and go and get the pen and bag it. Oh, come on, man. She too fulani yenye ilifanywa na yule, reminds me of the 2010 World Cup for Ghana when they were going to pens. There was this captain of theirs who was their defender who made another short run up and then just missed the pen. I'm like, what the hell, man? Eric Bayali ni boba, god damn. So Africa got knocked out in pens. Egypt went through. They're going to be playing Morocco. Morocco were playing against Malawi. Malawi scored a banger. My goodness. But the goal scored by, I think it's called Mhango. The goal he scored, that for me outrightly is the goal of the tournament. I don't think there will be a better goal than that. There would be. That was just, it was outrageous. It was crazy. It was superb. Top beans, as in, the amount of energy behind that ball. Crazy. Absolutely loved it. But Malawi were knocked out by Morocco. Okay? So Morocco will be going up against Egypt. Then Equatorial Guinea will be going up against Senegal. Senegal who beat Cape Verde. Okay? A goal by Sadio Mane. And of course 2 red cards for Cape Verde, which I felt were totally unfair. Now the transfer window is still going on, man. Like I said, so many things going on here. And so many things going on against Arsenal. Right? So Arsenal was supposed to be signing Vlahovic. We've been linked with Vlahovic way too many times. I was actually like emotionally invested in that transfer. So when I heard that he's actually going to Juventus, of which it's just a matter of time now before Juventus make it official, I was devastated. I still am devastated. I can't believe we missed out on Vlahovic. Now, who do we go for? DCL. Everton are not going to be willing to lose DCL in the last days of the transfer window. I mean, they are almost in the fight of relegation. Now, Alexander Isak, I don't know if Real Sociedad are going to be willing to let him go. I mean, they are fighting for a top 4 position in La Liga. Are they going to be willing to let their best prospect go? Not really. So who are we going to buy? Bruno Guimaraes. The guy for Olympique Lyonnais. Apparently, Newcastle are knee deep in for him. And Arsenal is just tumelegea tu tumeka. I don't know who even we are going to sign, who we want to go for. There's rumors of Ruben Neves. I don't know if Wolves are going to let him go in the last days of the transfer window. Callum Chambers, by the way, went to Aston Villa yesterday out of the goddamn Blues. No one saw this. Not even Fabrice, not even David Ornstein saw that transfer happening. Caught us out of the Blues. Now Arsenal has 3 defenders only. Now I know just playing the Premier League, but goddamn, 3 defenders? We have Gabriel, White, and Holding. And to be honest, I honestly thought Holding was going to leave Arsenal earlier than Chambers. For me, I kind of like Chambers. I feel like he's versatile. I feel like he's better with the ball. Yeah, I feel like he's a better defender for me, unlike Holding, better than Holding. Now he's gone. I don't know if you're going to be bringing a centre-back. I don't know if you're going to be bringing a central midfield. I mean, we knew the kind of players we wanted before the transfer window opened. We knew. But 3 days or 4 days to the close of the transfer window, and we have none. In fact, we just let guys go. Kolasinac has left. Isle Maitland-Niles has left midfield, no additions. Chambers has left. Pablo Mari has left. As in, we're just letting guys go and you're bringing nobody. Now, I know this is a Teta and the do. They have done exemplary well in the transfer window in the summer. I just want to see what they're going to do in the January transfer window because so far they're not doing well. They are not doing well. And if they don't bring guys, Arsenal fans will be going nuts. I mean, we have a top 4 chance. We have the best chance, actually, of getting the top 4. We just have 1 game a week. Only. We are not playing in the FA Cup. We are not playing in Europe. We are not playing in Carabao Cup. Just 1 game and we are good to go and we better not bottle it up. Yeah, so man, this transfer window is going to be insane. I think this today and the weekend and Monday will be helter-skelter. So let's just be on the lookout for that. In case of any news that pops up, of course, I'll be letting you know. Just like how Adama Traore has left Wolves for Barcelona. I mean, what the hell? Adama was one day being linked with Tottenham. Now he's going to Barcelona. Can't believe this shit, man. Now he's gone back to where it all began. So quite a number of things happening. Atletico have also signed a guy from Valencia. It's called Daniel Vas, if you like. Other teams that have made big signings. Amad Diallo has left Manchester United on loan to Rangers. Chelsea, not much happening over there. Yeah, so not too much. A lot of rumors, by the way. But very few confirmed signings. So I think the last days of the transfer window are going to be epic. And you should be on the lookout for that. Alright? Have a fantastic weekend. Let's see how the Afcon is going to pop. And then of course tomorrow we meet on Kiss 100 in Classic 105. And it's going to be mad fun. Adios. Have a good weekend.